Hello, welcome to another radio and television station, and I'm Kautri. Here comes the local news. Following the two public electricity in February and March, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính signed official letter number 290 urging ministry branches and localities to perform urgent tasks to implement the social economic recovery and development program. The public electricity states clearly in the past time, ministry, agencies, and localities have actively implemented the tasks and solutions set out in the government's resolution number 11. However, the progress of many tasks so far has been slow, especially the issuance of guiding documents. The Prime Minister requested the Ministry of Planning and Investment urgently complete the list of tasks, projects, and plans for capital allocation for tasks and projects. Develop plans to flexibly adjust to public investment capital. The State Bank of Vietnam urgently completes the draft decree guiding the implementation of long interest rate support for enterprises, cooperative and business households. The Ministry of Finance urgently developed the draft decree on extension of a tax payment deadline. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has just reported the result of import and export of agro-forestry fishery in the first 3 months of 2022. The result of the total import and export turnover of agroforestry and fishery in the first quarter of 2022 is estimated at $22.6 billion, up 6.3% compared to the same period last year, in which export reaches about $12.8 billion, up 15.3%, and imports reaches about $9.8 billion, down 3.5%. Thus, in the first 3 months of this year, agroforestry and fishery produced about $3 billion, an increase of 3.1 times compared to the same period last year. In the coming months, the agriculture sector will continue to coordinate in removing difficulties in the consumption and export of agricultural products in key agricultural production localities and a major border crossing with China. Preparing to organize the trade delegation and promote fruit and seafood supply chains in China, develop projects to promote the export of agroforestry and fishery to the EU, United States, China, and Japan. Deputy Prime Minister Lê Minh Khái has signed a decision approving the project to improve the national credit rating by 2030. Accordingly, the growth rate of gross domestic product (GDP) in the whole period is about 7% per year. GDP per capita is comprised by 2030 reaches about $7,500. Total social investment average 33 to 35% of GDP. The project also aims to control the state purchase overspending approved by the National Assembly in the annual state purchase estimate and a 5-year national financial plan. Striving to overspend the state purchase by 2030 is about 3% of GDP. Public debt is not more than 60% of GDP. Government debt is not more than 50% of GDP. The specific objective of the project to 2030 is to reach a credit rating from Baa3 for Moody's or BBB for S&P and Fitch. The family has wanted attack on fuel depot on the south of Russia on April 1st. This is suspected that Ukrainian helicopters carried out, which could negatively affect Moscow-Kyiv peace talks. Vyacheslav Gladkov, the governor of Russia Belgorod region in southern Russia, accused Ukrainian military helicopter of starting a fire in a warehouse in the city about 45 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, injuring 2 workers. According to Reuters, this is the first allegation that Ukrainian forces have bombed targets on Russian soil since Moscow launched a military offensive against the neighboring country. Because Russia and Ukraine have resumed online talks, friendly spokesman Dmitry Bosko said it's not something that can be considered as creating favorable conditions for further negotiations. At a new conference in Poland, Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said he could not confirm or deny the information of Ukrainian forces in an attack because there were no information. Ukraine's defense ministry said it has no information about the incident. The U.S. military canceled a test of Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile (ICBM), which Washington had originally planned to postpone to avoid escalating nuclear tensions with Russia. The Pentagon initially announced the postponement of the test, which was scheduled for March 2nd, after Russia announced it had placed its nuclear forces on alert. Yesterday, U.S. Air Force spokesman Ann Stephan and said that decision to cancel the ICBM test was also made because of concerns about nuclear tensions with Russia. The next Minuteman III test is scheduled for this year. Minuteman III missile had a range of 9,660 kilometers, capable of reaching speeds of 24,000 kilometers per hour. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.